Hello, gentlemen. If you're over 60 and eating bananas plain, thinking you're doing something healthy for your heart or your energy, I need to stop you right there. Because what most men don't realize is that eating a banana by itself, especially in the morning, is one of the fastest ways to crush your testosterone levels and kill your sexual drive for the entire day. I know that sounds crazy. Bananas are healthy, right? Potassium, vitamins, natural energy. But here's the brutal truth. When you eat a banana alone, without anything else, you're triggering a metabolic disaster that directly suppresses the hormones responsible for your erections, your energy, and your masculinity. And the worst part? You've been told this is good for you. My name is Dr. Sarah Hewitt, and I'm so glad you're here on the Beyond the Pill channel. I've spent years studying how everyday foods impact male hormones, circulation, and sexual health, especially for men over 55. And what I've discovered about bananas shocked even me. Because the solution isn't to stop eating them, it's to add one simple ingredient that completely transforms how your body responds. I'm going to show you what recent studies observe about insulin spikes, testosterone suppression, and blood flow, and what really changes in just 4 to 8 weeks when you make this one adjustment. Here's what we're covering today. First, why eating a banana plain creates an insulin spike that directly shuts down testosterone production in your testicles. Second, the one ingredient that reverses this effect and actually boosts circulation to your penis. Third, the exact morning formula that men over 60 are using to restore morning wood, increase stamina, and feel 20 years younger. And at the end, I'll give you a simple checklist you can start using tomorrow morning. No prescriptions, no expensive supplements, just smart food pairing that works with your body's natural chemistry. Before we dive in, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment right now and tell me your first name, your age, and the city you're watching from. And here's my question. Have you noticed that after eating fruit, especially in the morning, you feel a quick burst of energy followed by a crash and zero sex drive? Let me know, because this is more common than you think, and understanding why it happens is the first step to fixing it. All right, let's get into this. Let me paint you a picture of what happens inside your body the moment you bite into a banana and eat it by itself. That banana, as innocent as it looks, contains about 27 grams of sugar. Natural sugar, yes, but sugar nonetheless. And when you eat it alone, without any protein, fat, or fiber to slow things down, that sugar hits your bloodstream like a freight train. Within 15 to 30 minutes, your blood glucose spikes hard and fast. Your pancreas detects this surge and immediately dumps insulin into your system to bring that sugar back down. This is where the problem starts. And most men have no idea this is happening. Here's the part that kills me, because this is where your testosterone takes a direct hit. Elevated insulin doesn't just regulate blood sugar. It also sends a signal to your testicles to stop producing testosterone. Yes, you read that right. High insulin levels actively suppress the cells in your testicles that make testosterone. Studies have shown that men with insulin resistance or frequent blood sugar spikes have testosterone levels that are 15 to 30% lower than men with stable blood sugar. And for men over 60, who are already dealing with natural testosterone decline, this is absolutely devastating. You're essentially telling your body every single morning to shut down the one hormone that controls your sex drive, your muscle mass, your energy, and your ability to get hard. But it gets worse. When you create these insulin spikes repeatedly, day after day, your body starts to develop insulin resistance. This means your cells stop responding to insulin properly, so your pancreas has to produce even more of it to do the same job. And the more insulin you have floating around, the more your testosterone gets suppressed. It's a vicious cycle. You eat the banana, you spike your insulin, your testosterone drops. You feel tired and unmotivated. You reach for more quick energy, like another piece of fruit or a snack, and the cycle repeats. Meanwhile, your libido disappears, your morning erections stop happening, and you start thinking this is just what happens when you get older. But it's not age, it's insulin. Now, let's talk about why bananas specifically are such a problem. Bananas are incredibly high on the glycemic index, especially when they're ripe. A ripe banana can have a glycemic index of 60 or higher, which means it raises your blood sugar almost as fast as white bread or candy. And because bananas are soft and easy to digest, there's nothing slowing down that sugar absorption. Compare that to eating an apple with the skin on, which has fiber that slows things down, or eating berries, which have far less sugar to begin with. A banana eaten plain is one of the worst choices you can make if you care about keeping your testosterone levels stable and your erections strong. Here's the tragedy in all of this. Bananas are actually packed with incredible nutrients that are fantastic for male sexual health. They're loaded with potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure and improve circulation. They contain vitamin B6, which is essential for testosterone production and dopamine regulation. They have magnesium, which supports muscle function and relaxation. But when you eat them wrong, when you eat them alone and let that sugar spike happen, you completely cancel out all those benefits. You're throwing away the good and keeping the bad. The key is not to avoid bananas. The key is to eat them in a way that stabilizes your blood sugar, protects your testosterone, and actually enhances your circulation and sexual performance. And that's exactly what we're going to cover next. So if eating a banana plain is the problem, what's the solution? Let me introduce you to one spice that changes everything. Cinnamon. That's the ingredient. Half a teaspoon of cinnamon powder sprinkled on top of your banana, and you completely flip the script on what that banana does to your body. I know it sounds almost too simple, but stay with me, because the science behind this is absolutely fascinating. Cinnamon contains a powerful bioactive compound called cinnamaldehyde, and this compound has been shown in multiple studies to improve insulin sensitivity by 20 to 30%. What that means in plain English is this. When you add cinnamon to your banana, your body doesn't need to produce nearly as much insulin to handle that sugar. The absorption slows down, the spike flattens out, and your testosterone stays protected. Let me break down exactly how this works. Cinnamaldehyde mimics the action of insulin at the cellular level, which means your cells can absorb glucose more efficiently without needing a massive insulin response. It also slows down the enzymes in your gut that break down carbohydrates, which means the sugar from that banana enters your bloodstream gradually instead of all at once. The result? No spike, no crash, no testosterone suppression. Instead, you get sustained energy that lasts for hours, your blood sugar stays stable, and your hormones stay balanced. This is the difference between feeling sluggish and foggy after breakfast versus feeling sharp, energized, and ready to take on the day. But here's where it gets even better. And this is the part that directly impacts your ability to get hard and stay hard. Cinnamon is a potent vasodilator, which means it helps relax and widen your blood vessels. It does this by increasing nitric oxide production in your endothelium, the inner lining of your blood vessels. And nitric oxide is the exact same molecule that drugs like Viagra work to preserve. When you have more nitric oxide circulating in your system, blood flows more easily to every part of your body, including your penis. Studies have shown that men who consume cinnamon regularly experience measurable improvements in blood flow to their extremities. And yes, that includes improved erectile function. There's also something incredible happening with inflammation. Chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the hidden killers of male sexual health. It damages blood vessels, reduces nitric oxide availability, and interferes with testosterone production. Cinnamon is loaded with polyphenols and antioxidants that actively fight inflammation at the cellular level. When you reduce inflammation, your circulation improves, your arteries stay flexible, and your body can deliver oxygenated blood exactly where it needs to go. For men over 60 who are dealing with years of accumulated vascular damage from stress, poor diet, and aging, this anti-inflammatory effect is a game changer. You're not just treating symptoms, you're actually repairing the underlying damage that's been holding you back. Now let's talk about the synergy between banana and cinnamon, because this is where the magic really happens. The banana gives you potassium, which is essential for regulating blood pressure and preventing the kind of vascular constriction that leads to weak erections. It gives you B6, which your body needs to produce testosterone and neurotransmitters like dopamine that control desire and pleasure. And it gives you quick, natural energy from healthy carbohydrates. The cinnamon takes all of that and makes it work the way it's supposed to. It stabilizes the sugar, protects your testosterone, boosts nitric oxide, reduces inflammation, and enhances circulation. Together, they create a 1-2 punch that supports sustained energy, hormonal balance, and rock-solid blood flow. This isn't just about avoiding a crash. This is about actively building the foundation for better erections, more stamina, and a stronger sex drive. Now that you understand the science, let me give you the exact formula that men are using every single morning to restore their virility. All right, here's the complete recipe, and I want you to write this down or save this video, because this is what you're going to start doing tomorrow morning. Take 1 ripe banana, sprinkle half a teaspoon of cinnamon powder on top, and add 2 tablespoons of natural peanut butter. That's it. 3 ingredients. No blender, no complicated prep, no expensive superfoods from some exotic jungle. Just a banana, cinnamon, and peanut butter. But the combination of these 3 creates a metabolic environment in your body that protects your testosterone, sustains your energy for hours, and primes your circulation for better blood flow all day long. Let me explain why adding peanut butter is absolutely critical. When you add healthy fats and protein to your banana and cinnamon, you create what's called a balanced macronutrient profile. The protein and fat slow down digestion even further, which means the carbohydrates from the banana are absorbed slowly and steadily over several hours. This keeps your blood sugar completely stable, prevents any insulin spike, and ensures your testosterone stays elevated instead of suppressed. But there's more. Peanut butter is rich in monounsaturated fats, the same kind of healthy fats found in olive oil and avocados, and these fats are directly linked to higher testosterone production. Studies show that men who consume adequate healthy fats have significantly higher testosterone levels than men on low-fat diets. You're not just preventing suppression, you're actively supporting hormone production. Peanut butter also gives you a hefty dose of arginine, an amino acid that your body converts into nitric oxide. Remember, nitric oxide is the molecule that relaxes your blood vessels and allows blood to flow freely into your penis. When you combine the arginine from peanut butter with the nitric oxide boost from cinnamon, you're creating a powerful circulation-enhancing effect that lasts for hours. Men who eat this combination in the morning report feeling a noticeable difference in their energy, their mental clarity, and yes, their ability to get hard and stay hard. This isn't a temporary fix. This is a formula that works with your body's natural chemistry to build long-term resilience and performance. Now let's talk about timing. Because when you eat, this matters just as much as what you eat. Testosterone levels in men naturally peak in the early morning, typically between 6 and 9 a.m. This is when your body is most primed to build muscle, burn fat, and respond to sexual stimuli. If you eat a high-sugar breakfast that spikes your insulin during this critical window, you're killing your testosterone right when it's at its highest. But if you eat this banana-cinnamon-peanut butter combo, you're protecting that morning testosterone surge and giving your body the fuel it needs to sustain energy and drive throughout the day. Men who make this switch report better morning wood within the first week, more consistent energy without the midday crash, and a noticeable improvement in their desire and ability to perform sexually. Here's what you can realistically expect. This combination provides sustained energy for 4 to 6 hours without any crash. You won't feel jittery or wired like you would from coffee alone. You won't feel sluggish or foggy like you would from a carb-heavy breakfast. You'll feel steady, focused, and physically capable. And because your blood sugar stays stable, your mood stays stable too. No irritability, no brain fog, no sudden drops in motivation. For men over 60, this kind of metabolic stability is the foundation for everything else. Better sleep, better workouts, better sex, better relationships. It all starts with how you fuel your body in the morning, and this formula gives you exactly what you need to thrive. Now let me show you some advanced variations and timing strategies that can take this even further. Now that you've got the basic formula down, let me show you how to customize this for different goals and situations. Because the beauty of this approach is that it's flexible. You can adjust it based on what you need that day, whether it's extra energy for a workout, a boost before intimacy, or maximum circulation support. These variations keep things interesting, prevent boredom, and let you fine-tune the effects based on your body's response. Let's start with the first variation, and this one is for men who want an extra circulation kick. Variation 1. Add 1 teaspoon of raw honey to your banana, cinnamon, and peanut butter combo. Now I know what you're thinking. Didn't we just spend 2 chapters talking about how sugar spikes are bad? Yes, but raw honey is different. Raw honey contains enzymes, antioxidants, and trace minerals that actually help modulate blood sugar response. It also contains a compound called chrysin, which has been shown to support testosterone levels by inhibiting the conversion of testosterone to estrogen. And here's the kicker. Raw honey is a potent nitric oxide booster. It helps dilate blood vessels and improve blood flow, especially to the extremities. When you add a small amount of raw honey to this mix, you're getting a controlled energy boost, plus enhanced circulation without the crash. Just make sure it's raw, unfiltered honey, not the processed stuff in a plastic bear bottle. The processed kind has none of these benefits. Variation 2. Blend your banana, cinnamon, and peanut butter with half a cup of Greek yogurt. This turns your morning formula into a thick, creamy smoothie that's incredibly satisfying and adds even more protein. Greek yogurt is packed with probiotics, the beneficial bacteria that support gut health, and emerging research shows a direct connection between gut health and testosterone production. Your gut produces neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which regulate mood and sexual desire. It also influences inflammation levels throughout your entire body. When your gut is healthy, your hormones work better, your immune system functions better, and your circulation improves. Adding Greek yogurt to this mix gives you 10 to 15 grams of extra protein, which keeps you fuller longer and supports muscle maintenance as you age. Variation 3. And this one is my favorite for men who work out or need maximum energy and blood flow. Make this combo your pre-workout meal and pair it with a cup of black coffee. The caffeine in coffee is a powerful vasodilator on its own. It increases adrenaline, which mobilizes fat for energy, and it enhances nitric oxide production, which improves blood flow to your muscles and, yes, to your penis. When you combine coffee with the banana cinnamon peanut butter formula 30 to 60 minutes before exercise or before intimacy, you're creating a synergistic effect that maximizes circulation, energy, and performance. Men report feeling more pumped during workouts, better endurance, and noticeably stronger erections when they time this combination strategically. Just don't overdo the coffee. 1 cup is enough. More than that, and you risk raising cortisol, which can suppress testosterone. Now let's talk about when not to eat this, because timing matters. Avoid eating this combo right before bed. Even though the sugar is controlled and the insulin response is minimal, you still don't want any significant carbohydrate load late at night. Carbs before bed can interfere with growth hormone release, which happens during deep sleep and is critical for muscle repair, fat burning, and testosterone production. If you're hungry before bed, go with something high in protein and fat, like a handful of nuts or a small piece of cheese. Save the banana formula for the morning or early afternoon, when your body can actually use that energy. Here's a pro tip that most men don't know about: the 30-minute rule. If you know you're going to be intimate with your partner, eat this banana cinnamon peanut butter combo exactly 30 minutes before. This gives your body enough time to start producing nitric oxide, improve blood flow, and elevate your energy without making you feel full or sluggish. The arginine from the peanut butter, the circulation boost from cinnamon, and the potassium from the banana all work together to prime your vascular system for maximum performance. Guys who use this strategy report harder erections, better stamina, and more confidence in the bedroom. It's like a natural pre-workout, but for sex. No pills, no prescriptions, just smart timing and smart food choices. All right, let me give you a simple 7-day protocol to lock this in as a habit and see real results fast. Day 1 through 3. Eat your banana with cinnamon and peanut butter every morning within 30 minutes of waking up. Drink plenty of water, at least 8 glasses throughout the day, because hydration is critical for blood flow and circulation. You'll notice your energy feels more stable, no crashes, no brain fog. Day 4 and 5. This is when most men start noticing the libido boost. You'll feel more desire, more spontaneous thoughts about sex, and your morning wood may start coming back. Keep the formula consistent, same time every morning, and add a 20-minute walk after breakfast to enhance circulation even further. Day 6 and 7. This is when performance improvements kick in. Erections feel firmer, stamina improves, and you'll have more confidence in your ability to perform. During this entire week, avoid processed sugars, limit alcohol to 1 drink maximum, and cut back on heavy carbs like pasta and bread. These foods work against everything we're trying to build here. Sleep is non-negotiable. Aim for 7 to 8 hours every night, because testosterone is produced during deep sleep, and if you're not sleeping well, nothing else matters. After 7 days, you can continue this as your daily routine, or cycle it 5 days on, 2 days off to keep your body responsive. Most men find that making this a permanent morning habit gives them sustained energy, consistent libido, and reliable performance for the long term. Before you go, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button right now. Turn on notifications, and drop a comment telling me if you've ever experienced that energy crash after eating fruit in the morning. Share this video with a friend who needs to hear this, because chances are he's making the same mistake with bananas and has no idea why his drive is gone. Here's the bottom line. One simple addition, cinnamon, turns a testosterone killer into a virility weapon. Add some natural peanut butter, time it right, and you've got a morning formula that protects your hormones, boosts your circulation, and restores the energy and performance you thought was gone forever. No pills, no prescriptions, no expensive supplements. Just smart food pairing that works with your body's natural chemistry. Start tomorrow morning. 1 banana, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. Give it 7 days and watch what happens. Always remember, the truth goes beyond the pill.